Isa vs. Dajjal, the greatest war of the future. Look, paradise is in my hand and hell is in my hand. I can give life, I can give death. You are finished now, Dajjal. Not so easily, Mahdi. Finally. How will Dajjal use technology to mislead people? And how will Prophet Isa, Jesus, peace be upon him, confront him? Let us find out. While Imam Mahdi is busy fighting the world's superpowers, Dajjal will emerge from an area between Syria and Iraq, coming from Khorasan. Dajjal already exists in this world. One day after prayers, the Prophet ﷺ told his companions, "A man has come to me who was previously a Christian but has now accepted Islam." This man's name was Tamim Adari. He was traveling by sea with 30 companions when a fierce storm struck, causing their ship to reach a mysterious island. Upon arriving, they saw a strange creature covered in hair. They couldn't even distinguish its front from its back. They asked, "Who are you?" It replied, "I am Al-Jassasa." It told them to go to a certain place where a man was waiting for them. Tamim and his companions arrived there and saw a massive man bound in chains. His hands and feet were shackled. He asked Tamim and his companions, "Tell me about the trees of Baisan." They said, "They are full of fruit." He replied, "Soon they will stop bearing fruit." Then he asked, "Tell me about the Sea of Galilee." They said, "It has plenty of water." To this he said, "Soon it will dry up." Then he asked, "Tell me about the spring of Zugar." They said, "It is overflowing with water." He said, "That too will soon dry up." Then he asked, "Tell me about that prophet. What has he done?" They informed him that he had appeared in Mecca and migrated to Medina. He asked, "Did the Arabs fight him?" They said, "Yes." He remarked, "It would have been better for them if they had followed him." Then the man revealed his identity, saying, "I am the Messiah, that is, the Dajjal. Soon I will be released, and I will travel the entire earth in 40 days. I will be granted access to every place except Mecca and Medina." Afterward, the Prophet ﷺ informed his companions that this man was indeed the Dajjal. This means Dajjal is already in this world, only his emergence remains. But the most interesting part is that when Dajjal asked about the trees of Baisan, they were full of fruit. Dajjal said they would soon stop bearing fruit. Today, Baisan is a historical city in northern Palestine, now called Beit Shehan. Surprisingly, due to population growth and water scarcity, agriculture there is declining, especially the date palms, which are nearly gone. Similarly, Dajjal said the Sea of Galilee would dry up. This sea, also known as Lake Tiberias, is a major water source for Israel and Palestine today. However, for the last 50 years, its water level has been dropping alarmingly. The Israeli government has issued warnings many times that it could dry up due to climate change and over-extraction. Likewise, Dajjal mentioned the spring of Zugar would dry up, which is near the Dead Sea in Jordan. The spring system in this area is weakening due to climate change and mismanagement. Many springs in the Jordan Valley have already dried up or become weak. Thus, the arrival of Dajjal is very near, and this is claimed by the Jews themselves, who consider him their Messiah, though he is the Dajjal. Look at this video. The man you see is a rabbi. He is a prominent Jewish scholar, not an ordinary person. He even had a good relationship with American President Ronald Reagan. This rabbi is seen talking to Netanyahu, telling him that the Messiah hasn't come yet, and to prepare for his arrival. This rabbi is saying these things to the current Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. And this is why Netanyahu is carrying out this genocide in Palestine and is obsessed with creating Greater Israel. You will be surprised to know that many prominent Jewish researchers believe Netanyahu is the man who will pave the way for Dajjal's arrival. For example, Dor Bar-Lev, a Jewish biblical researcher, believes Netanyahu is connected to the house of Nathan mentioned in Zechariah. He is predicted to be the leader before the arrival of their Messiah. Judaism links him to the Nathan and Sami mentioned in the Bible. Similarly, according to reports from Jewish rabbis, Netanyahu himself has stated that he is the leader of Israel who will hand over power to their Messiah, Dajjal. Another rabbi, Levi Sudri, compares Netanyahu to Jonathan, son of King Saul, who will facilitate the path for their Messiah. Many other rabbis say that Netanyahu will be the last prime minister of Israel before Dajjal's arrival. You can clearly see in this video how their rabbi explicitly tells him, prepare for the Messiah's arrival. Today, you can see for yourself how Netanyahu is preparing for Dajjal's arrival. These Zionists are bringing in a Dajjalic system, meaning there will be one global rule, one currency, and one religion. This is already becoming visible. For instance, America is currently trying to control the whole world, and it already has significant control. Except for Iran, almost the entire Europe stands with America. You can see this today in the form of the United Nations, where many large countries are under one organization. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, is also mostly controlled by America. This means the world is moving toward a single rule, which is currently centered around America. Similarly, there is a push for a single global currency, which is currently the dollar. Every country is forced to trade in dollars. Major nations like Russia and China are also dependent on the dollar, and America controls it. If America imposes sanctions on a country, that country's economic backbone can break in an instant. This is why no one stands against America. Furthermore, cash is being phased out to bring digital currency forward, and cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are being accepted by governments worldwide. Digital IDs and surveillance systems are being introduced globally, where the government holds every individual's data. Through biometrics and ID cards, the government knows everything about every person. This Dajjalic system is spreading rapidly across the world today. After all this, one day Dajjal will emerge from Khorasan and begin spreading his fitna, tribulation, in these areas. He will show people the resurrection of the dead, and people will start believing him to be their Lord. In the year Dajjal arrives, there will be very little rain and a global drought. Crops will not grow, and there will be a severe food shortage. People will die of hunger. He will make it rain wherever he wants and command the earth to produce vegetation. Essentially, he will control nature. He will do all this using technology that we call cloud seeding today. This technology is already being used by many countries like Dubai, Saudi Arabia, China, and America. Using this, rain can be produced even in areas where crops don't grow. This is why Arab countries are investing heavily in this technology. Particles are spread in clouds via planes to cause rain, and Dajjal will likely use this technology to control the weather. Similarly, Dajjal will bring the dead back to life. Imam Jafar Sadiq, alayhi salam, said that Dajjal would say to a man, "If I bring your parents back to life, will you accept me as your Lord?" The man will say, "Yes." Then two devils, shaitans, will appear in the form of his parents and say, "He is your master. Follow him." He might do this using AI, artificial intelligence. Today, using AI, you can recreate anyone's face perfectly and even mimic their voice. Furthermore, with holographic projection technology, you can clone anyone and stand them in front of you, even talking to them. With AI glasses, this is already happening before our eyes. Robotic technology is also advancing so much that highly realistic robots could be made in the future. But the most astonishing technology is Neuralink. This company is creating chips to be implanted in the human brain to enhance brain power. If such a chip is placed in a human brain to show them any kind of illusion, they could be shown their parents coming back to life. Interestingly, Neuralink has already successfully tested this on humans and is planning to expand. Dajjal will use one of these technologies to create illusions. He will be followed by 70,000 Jews, and most of his followers will be women and ordinary people lacking knowledge. Even many Muslims who know about Dajjal will fall into this fitna. The Prophet ﷺ said that from the time of Adam until the appearance of Dajjal, there has been no greater fitna, and every prophet warned his nation about him. It will be such a massive trial. Even the Prophet ﷺ sought refuge with Allah from the fitna of Dajjal in his prayers. This is why he said that whoever hears of Dajjal should stay far away from him. Even a person who considers himself a strong believer might fall under his influence if he tries to confront him. It will be a massive trial because Dajjal will have his own paradise and hell. His hell will actually be paradise, and his paradise will actually be hell. It will be an illusion shown through holographic projection and AI technology. Paradise is in my hand, hell is in my hand. I can give life, I can give death. Millions of people will be drawn into Dajjal's fitna. He will travel everywhere across the world except for Mecca and Medina. He cannot enter those holy places. The Prophet ﷺ said Dajjal will travel as fast as the wind. He will ride a white donkey with a distance of 40 cubits between its ears. This will surely be an aircraft, as it will be incredibly fast. As you know, 99% of the world's planes are white. So that mount will actually be a plane in which Dajjal travels. He will be blind in one eye, and the word kafir, disbeliever, will be written on his forehead. While Dajjal is spreading chaos, Imam Mahdi will have become the world's most powerful leader after conquering Constantinople. It is then that they will receive news that Dajjal has occupied Muslim lands. Imam Mahdi will head towards Syria with his army at full speed. By the time they arrive, Dajjal will have occupied Syria. Imam Mahdi will face a power like Dajjal's, making the battle seemingly impossible. Then Allah will send a man to this world to confront Dajjal, whom Allah has called his spirit in the Quran, Prophet Isa alayhi salam. He will descend at the white minaret mosque in the east of Damascus, resting his hands on the wings of two angels. He will be wearing two saffron-colored garments. Droplets of water will be falling from his head. In the mosque where Prophet Isa alayhi salam descends, Imam Mahdi and his army will be preparing for prayer. When Prophet Isa alayhi salam enters, Imam Mahdi will ask him to lead the prayer. Prophet Isa alayhi salam will reply, "The Iqamah was called for you. You are the leader of this ummah." Imam Mahdi will then lead the prayer. After the prayer, Imam Mahdi will hand over the leadership to Prophet Isa alayhi salam. Then Prophet Isa alayhi salam will prepare the army because Dajjal will also have a massive force. He will have world governments and technology on his side. Prophet Isa alayhi salam will guide the Muslims. Seeing him, the courage of the Muslims will surge, for a prophet is now among them. Prophet Isa alayhi salam will likely be granted miracles. When Dajjal learns that Prophet Isa alayhi salam has arrived, he will try to flee. The Prophet ﷺ said that as soon as Dajjal sees Prophet Isa alayhi salam, he will begin to melt like salt. He will flee toward the Gate of Lud. The Gate of Lud is where Israel's Ben Gurion airport is located today. He will try to escape via a plane, but Prophet Isa alayhi salam will kill him there with a spear. His blood will spill, proving he was not a god but a deceptive human. All his high-tech illusions will vanish. After Dajjal's death, his army will collapse. Many people will leave him and return to Islam, some will flee, and those who remain his followers will be destroyed. Prophet Isa alayhi salam and Imam Mahdi will once again call people to the faith. The entire Dajjalic system will be dismantled. Prophet Isa alayhi salam will then become the greatest leader on earth. He will rule according to the Sharia of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said that Prophet Isa alayhi salam will establish justice in the world just as it was previously filled with injustice. Afterward, people will no longer fight. Hatred between different countries and religions will end. Prophet Isa alayhi salam will put an end to the distorted version of Christianity, and Islam will be the only religion across the world. As mentioned in the Quran, Jews and Christians will believe in Prophet Isa alayhi salam and follow him. Prophet Isa alayhi salam will forbid pork, alcohol, and other things that people had made permissible. During this time, Prophet Isa alayhi salam will have immense wealth, which he will distribute among all people. There will be no one left to accept zakat. Poverty will end. The earth will begin producing crops abundantly again. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the wolf will live with the sheep and children will play with snakes, but they will not harm them. Peace and happiness will be everywhere. Imam Mahdi will remain with Prophet Isa alayhi salam. He will only stay in this world for 7 or 8 years after his appearance. Shortly after the arrival of Prophet Isa alayhi salam, Imam Mahdi will pass away. Prophet Isa alayhi salam will lead his funeral prayer and bury him in Medina. After Imam Mahdi's death, Prophet Isa alayhi salam will perform both Umrah and Hajj. Everything was going well when Allah will release Yajooj and Majooj, Gog and Magog. But before knowing about this, we must go back thousands of years to ancient Persia, when a righteous king named Dhul-Qarnayn ruled. He possessed great knowledge and ruled with justice. Some consider this king to be Cyrus the Great. Dhul-Qarnayn began uniting different tribes and nations and traveled across the world on this mission. He went to both the east and the west. During his travels, he reached a valley surrounded by 2 mountains. There, he found a people who spoke a distinct language. They told Dhul-Qarnayn, "We are oppressed by the tyranny of Yajooj and Majooj. They are spreading chaos throughout the world. Can you build a wall between us and them? We are willing to pay you for it." Dhul-Qarnayn replied, "What my Lord has given me is better than this wealth. I only need your help." With their assistance, he began melting iron to build a wall. He constructed a massive iron wall between the 2 mountains, imprisoning Yajooj and Majooj on the other side. After finishing, Dhul-Qarnayn told the people, "One day, my Lord's promise will be fulfilled, and this wall will crumble." Then he left, and the wall remained a warning to the world until the day of judgment. But after the death of Imam Mahdi, this wall will break. Allah will tell Prophet Isa alayhi salam, "I have released Yajooj and Majooj upon the earth, and no one can fight them. So take my servants to the mountains." Prophet Isa alayhi salam will take his companions to Mount Tur, the same mountain where Prophet Moses, spoke with Allah. Yajooj and Majooj will create destruction across the world. They will consume water, crops, and even animals. When they pass by a sea, it will dry up instantly. Yajooj and Majooj will fill the earth with chaos. Meanwhile, Prophet Isa alayhi salam and his companions will remain on the mountain, facing hunger and thirst. Prophet Isa alayhi salam will pray to Allah with his companions, and Allah will accept their prayer. Allah will then create worms in the necks of Yajooj and Majooj, which will pierce through them. In a single night, they will all die, and the entire earth will be covered with their corpses. Prophet Isa alayhi salam will pray again, and Allah will send birds with long necks to carry the bodies away, clearing the entire earth. After this, a new era for humanity will begin. Prophet Isa alayhi salam will marry and have children. Eventually, he will pass away and be buried in Medina, right next to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If you have listened to these words carefully until the end, you will understand that these are not just stories. They are warnings for our future. Do you think we are very close to that time? Write yes or no in the comments. To get more such true stories and analysis in the light of the Quran and Hadith, subscribe to the channel. Perhaps the next video will change your perspective.